Hello, my fellow donuts, and welcome back to Rise of Tomb Raider. We have completed the main story, but we also have some, I don't know, I think it's DLC. I'm not sure about Lara's Nightmare, but I'm pretty sure Blood Ties, is the DLC. I just got 20 years anniversary edition, so it just came with every DLC included. Um, I don't know much about it. I don't know what's Lara's Nightmare at all. I only heard about Blood Ties and not much. Um, so I guess we will start with Blood Ties since it says new story when Lara's Nightmare says new expedition. Maybe Lara's Nightmare is something like a really short story. I have no idea. I don't even know for how long Blood Ties will be. Let's check it out. Oh, okay. Documents, relics. So this is important to read through things here. There are like two clues in the loading screen and they keep changing. Okay. I'm sorry. The first loading in this game is always taking time for me. Um, I don't know why. After I quit the game and re-enter it, it's not taking that long.
Final notice to Lara Croft, current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
What an
There has
asshole.
to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor, somewhere. Dad's safe.
Ah. Okay.
My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing.
Egyptian crown.
That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good.
She sounds different right now. I even like her. The treasure of the ancients. How old are you here, by the way? She's a cutie here.
Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library.
Are we not in the library? Which is this room? So it's like
Dad would have liked when we
investigation
go to
game
Oxford,
here.
but I
That's
insisted on
interesting.
UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
This doesn't look clean at all.
Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb.
Yeah.
Dad's book about immortality myths might be useful in my research.
Truth Behind Myth by Lord Richard Croft. He was also writing stuff. Can I open it? She says it might be useful, but I couldn't find anything there.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. I see but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve.
Atlas
To them,
is the
Lord
brother
Croft
of
is the
her
man who
mother?
took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement, though I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect. Such grace and calm. I know he did it for me. I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
Wait, so you are not really in love with him? She says, I think I'm falling in love with this man, but is she already introduced him to her parents?
It
That's
must have been
bizarre.
hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did.
Because, yeah, we got you, huh? I think, yeah, you should think
One of
about
Dad's
what's better
Yoruba
for you.
masks, a gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria.
Parents usually do want the best things for their children, but sometimes they just can't see the truth. They just all they are carrying, they are just ruining the future of their children.
This is probably my grandfather Benjamin.
Grandfather. He was nice looking.
A picture with Dad and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice.
She was still really young when Anna appeared in their family. Wait, or that's already after her mother died, right? How old was her mother? What happened? She said, "What happened to my mother in this house?" So she died in here? I thought she might have died when she gave birth, but doesn't seem like it.
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia. And apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I
It's
shared some
her
of my
mother,
research against
right?
my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond. And she did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
He sounds really exciting.
My parents made a good team,
Excited.
challenging each other from the start. The door to the library.
Don't tell me it's locked.
Locked. There's got to be another way through. This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages. Wait, I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor. Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt.
Expeditions. I'd like to at least visit Egypt. It was a very popular place for Russian people to have vacation at, but I've never been out of my country, unfortunately. I hope it will change in the future.
Too dark. Going to need a flashlight.
Damn, Lara, do you have anything? What else do you need? A nice movie and a cup of warm beverage at a night like this. I really like this
Lara.
place.
I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to
Sister.
relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
So Atlas, okay, I got it that he's brother of her mother.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be boring your sword this time.
That's a bit creepy. I wouldn't want something like that in my place, to be honest.
The Grand Hall. Always loved playing in here as a kid.
God, what happened
This
to
will
the
be one of
place?
first things to fix.
Seriously. It's ruining my carpet. Wow, this matter looks interestingly similar to the ones we could see in previous games. Okay, at least something they decided to not change too much.
The Phoenix figurine. I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew.
Damn, it's beautiful. Sound of rain. Wish I could live in a place like this.
This belongs to Anna. Most of her belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here? Someone has a sense of humor.
Stop smoking, love R. Richard. I'm just surprised that she left it. Master key. Where could I get it?
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see...
We've been through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just stay out of there, darling.
Dad was always so protective of the West Wing. Locked. Need a key to open this.
Could you give me some hints about where it might be?
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Looking at the compass, thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places, about finding adventure.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too fast.
The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted. But a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and... oh, God! I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby. But it was Richard who objected, who gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes. Now I can't shake the foolish sensation that leaving would be a betrayal. He will laugh at that and insist I accept, even though I know it will break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for his. I have, of course, in 1,000 small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph, as I know he will stand by my side, in time.
Oh, I'm surprised it's open.
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip.
Flashlight. Seriously, doesn't look like one, kind of. Okay, never mind. How does it work? But never mind, I got a flashlight. We can continue our path into that dark passage.
Should be able to explore the dark now.
Great. Let me check out the rest of the place first, so that I won't skip anything and I will know where to go next.
I'm not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these days.
Are you sure it's even your incest? Or... okay, never mind. She knows better than me. Ah, good thing it's all blocked. There is no other ways to go. It just saves my time, I guess. Hmm. Must be warm. Oh, it's creepy here. A flashlight is kind of... no?
Amelia, the news has reached Mother. She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She is beside herself with worry. But, for the moment, she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. But the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late. Our name will be as ruined as this man you've chosen to bed. Don't you see that you're being selfish, Amelia? Please, consider your family. You're a de Mornay. Everything you do has a greater effect on us all. I'm coming down to London soon. Don't do anything rash until we have a chance to talk.
Brother's warning. So he was pretty much against her relationships with Richard Croft. That's why I'm not surprised he doesn't seem to like Laura much. What an uncle. Damn it.
Falling apart. Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place.
It's part of you, no? I really wouldn't want to give something like that
They
to
say a good
an
test of
asshole
a
like
relationship is how
her
well you
uncle.
travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow in the bright Egyptian sun amidst the dust and ruins.
Oh, really romantic.
I'm not surprised he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
Seriously, was he that kind of man? It's kind of sweet. Creepy. And we're going lower. Seriously, I'm so afraid of darkness that in real life I wouldn't go in anywhere close to something like that. Nope. Not alone, at least.
Amelia, I know we have had our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece. You say Richard's theories have merit. You say that he may have actually stumbled upon some mythic, unknown truth, but I have seen nothing to support such claims. And while your word may have been enough in times past, I cannot let you squander away what remains of your name and reputation, and that of our family, truth be told, on some damned foolish crusade. I intend to go to Richard's investors and let them know exactly how he's spending their money, but I want to give you a chance to put a stop to this yourself. Please, don't go to Tibet. If not for me, at least for Lara.
What? What? Was there something creepy? Okay. I'm not surprised they have a wine here.
Still just as
Wine
creepy
cellar.
as I remember.
It's okay, you're not a child anymore, huh? Don't move that far.
My lord, I hope this missive finds you on a
Winston.
successful expedition and in good health. Before I bore you with estate affairs, I wanted to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions. Later in the day, she set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places. Before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside.
In the
Mrs.
freezer.
Sheffield discovered me an hour later. shivering
We all did
and
it.
somewhat peeved.
Oh my
It
god.
took us an additional hour to find Lara in the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation.
Okay,
but
that was
I
a
can
nice
tell when
touch.
she's out of sorts.
I
My
feel
lord,
such a
if I may be so
nostalgia right
bold,
now.
She misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able.
Poor Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
There's light? Where's there light? Whole place is like
I'm
in
at
light.
a crossroads now. Good lord, that's such a cliche. But there's truth in it. 2 roads before me. Both present joy and compromise. A life with Richard, adventure, intellectual pursuit, perhaps a new family. But also a man obsessed with something I cannot understand. Or a life of obligation, upholding the de Mornay name, embracing our traditions, not losing the family that raised me. Oh, this really is a rubbish choice. I don't want to lose them, but I love the life I've started to build with Richard. He comes with his own difficulties, but I can accept them. Will it be enough?
I think
King
love
to
is
Queen one.
actually
We're going to win this time,
worth it.
Winston.
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to King 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that.
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him. I always chose white. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
Maybe. And I like what he said. Try to enjoy the journey itself. Do not rush to the victory. I like it. That's how we live, aren't we? We just can't wait for certain things. And that's how our life is just passing by us. Can't wait for vacation, can't wait for birthday, can't wait for anything else, and then you just have to enjoy every moment of your life.
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organizing the affair and keeping it secret. She's obsessed with Egypt, memorizing hieroglyphs and ancient Egyptian districts, so she'll be delighted with what Lord Croft has come up with. This will be good for her. She's been acting up of late, but I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been so buried in his...
Okay. Ah, it's stuck. Oh, okay. Oh, I can't go through there now. This is embarrassing.
Dad loved a good bottle of wine. I can still smell his favorite Bordeaux.
This is for wine? Okay. Water. Really?
Dad, this is it. The basement of despair.
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
How do I go there?
There, see the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire.
Larry's
The Keepers
stuck.
of Knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling.
How can I
Lead
get
on.
there? Seriously, and that you can find in under your house. No need to go into any expeditions. You already have a place there. Oh, wait a second. That I had a map or something, right? I mean, I could use the map, but
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise. Water damage from the main hall above.
can I also save the game here? No. If not, it should mean it's not too long. So I found it. I found it. Great. I probably lost a lot of items out there. Oh. But one I
This bust
found.
of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection. He must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
Right. I hope that crowbar will be somewhere close.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights. There's a missing page.
Seems like it. Also, adding the electricity to the whole manor. I can't even imagine the amount of work.
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
Oh. Wouldn't
Okay,
it be
this
better
ledger
to
has
open
be
that
in here somewhere.
door
Hopefully
fully?
it has the combination to the safe.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
What is vellum? Heat source? I saw something like that where I saw a laptop. But what is vellum? Vellum? I have no idea. Never heard that word, so it's not gonna be easy.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life.
Okay. You can read it fully by yourself. Can I actually get up there? Yes, I can. Can also
Took
move.
quite a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time.
Damn, this place is huge. I'm so envy.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
Expedition treasure. Painting of Amelia. Day of our wedding anniversary.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here. Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it though.
Was he a smoker? Guess not, since he wasn't using it. Oh. Hold
Okay,
X.
should be able to light the fireplace now.
Hmm. So that's the source of okay.
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
Lara. Some cakes next to William Blake. What?
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Now, let me see.
It's a clue?
These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs. Takes me back. Those were good times. The best times.
Okay, let me first check out the first floor. And then I will check out the upper floor. What a cute dinosaur.
This
Looks
is
pretty
my
new to me.
handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers.
Really? Why?
Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas. And now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before.
Okay.
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
Okay, I think I've checked out first floor. Maybe not.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful. It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly?
This sounds familiar. Oh, such a nostalgia. I have a feeling if they actually made the main game start with something like that, it would have been better. Maybe make it less tedious. Finding all these things, it's like a waste of time.
This
But
picture was
making
taken in the
it
library.
a little bit faster and not filled with so many details.
1820 additions to the main hall in progress.
1820. What was that supposed to mean? Something? Because I'm clueless. Come on. I would like to have a library like that in my place. Not that I have two levels in my place.
Blank, except for the image of a key. I remember this map now. It leads to the master key, but we made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire.
That's it only? There was written something by... Damn, those eyes are creepy. Eyes are not supposed to shine like that. There was mentioned something besides the heat, fire. Oh well, never mind me. It's locked too.
I think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was
Ouch.
a kid. I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase.
It says 2 out of 2. How about 1 out of 1? I mean, 1
X
out
marks
of
the
2?
spot, as they say.
Wait, is it... What, here? Oh. Okay. Check it out. Laura.
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing.
And pretty much anywhere. Yay!
Alright. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing.
Great. Let's do it. Let's hop on all of them.
I think there might be more clues to find in the library.
What? How in Haven't I been
Mistress
here?
Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few
Clues 1 out of 2. Wait, so I haven't found all the clues in the library? Are you telling me that? Oh, there was a box I couldn't open. Should be able now, right?
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number. But which one?
2 birds. How can I... Documents. Clues. No? Can I find it? Am I supposed to check every one of them? There was a book
They
with
say
the
a good
pictures
test of
of
a
those.
Lara,
Well, I don't think it's Atlas's stuff.
Okay, Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
The book was right there, but can I check it out again? Maybe I don't have to? Will she figure it out herself? It wasn't even really a book when it was just like a page out of it. Okay, I guess we'll think about it later. What the hell?
Worse than I thought.
How is this even... What the hell?
This is strangely beautiful.
It is. But then again, it's your home. And it's destroyed. It's a pity.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also...
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others
we
at our
have to
side,
find her
we married
birthday
as the
date,
sun
and will
set
be
over this
4 days
remarkable land.
before.
Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me.
I'll have to write it down,
I
damn
don't
it.
care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations. Free to pursue my own
I'm not
passions and
sure if
live
she's
my
not.
life
Okay,
surround-
the rest you can check it out yourself. What's that? Wow, that's a huge
Mum's
bat.
wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it.
Wow, it's beautiful.
The inscription is faded.
Yeah, I can barely see anything written there. Something 19, I think. July? I can't tell.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather, or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous
So he was
across than even
expecting a
me.
boy.
No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favors a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new
A little
life
bit
we've
too much
created, of how
information.
much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it.
He just sat here it himself, so
My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her.
still she was really young when it happened.
Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful.
She does.
There's a date. October something. Damn, the number is faded.
Looks like 11 to me.
The
Probably not.
anniversary was in October. But which day? I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere. I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday.
Birthday. October 13th.
October 13th, Mum's birthday.
13th. And they had, damn it, wedding 4 days before. So, it should be October 9th? Right?
Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday.
Yeah, you actually
After everything Atlas has done,
crammed it
how
out.
could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me. Tonight. I will take care of Atlas, and then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young, but I still remember that terrible argument. It wasn't always an easy road for my parents. I think this was Dad's pocket watch. Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
Is that supposed to be a clue? Kind of strange that it stopped at midnight.
This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
I'd like to see one. Okay. We're at the... Yeah. I thought we already been there, no?
Okay, Laura, keep it together. You're starting to see things.
What?
Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings. Untouched for years, exactly as she left it.
Wow. Perfect place to write pictures.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageway?
You can check it out.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young.
Laurie's so little.
Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small.
Her mother was really beautiful too.
Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
Right, there was something about favorite picture. I have no idea, maybe him? This looks like him.
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's
Simple
home.
abstract with
Atlas was
blocks
there.
of red.
Blocks of red. Dad's favorite painting. Maybe something about that painting will help me figure out the combination. Okay,
What?
back to the study to open that safe.
4? Because there are 4 blocks of red? I have no idea.
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
Oh, I can't check it out. Okay, never mind. I will really feel bad if I'll have to put the code myself, because the only thing I'm sure about is October 9th. But everything else? No.
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It says here, Amelia Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that.
This looks like her picture, right? I saw it.
Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama, but all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful baby. I've never seen Richard so happy. I'm sure he'll be celebrating with his favorite whiskey tonight. It's calm and peaceful now. Just the gentle sound of the rain and the small, sleeping breaths of this new life I hold in my arms. Lara Lara Croft, my darling daughter. It's hard to put into words this feeling I have. We share a connection, something I never expected. A love so powerful and pure. Someday you'll feel it too. No matter where you go or where you find your place in this world, we will always have this connection.
I still feel that connection to you, Mom. It's heartbreaking. So, seriously, what's about this picture? 4? That's really just a guess.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
Just for a moment, I remember when I opened that, when I actually went through that passage here, I think. There were some locked stuff I think I could open right now. I'm not sure if I need to. There is also a door. Can you believe this? What part of the house this is? Oh. It's confusing. But never mind me. Wait. Where was that door again? Here. I don't think we need to, but maybe I shouldn't. I'm sure I saw some locked stuff in here we could probably open now. Like this. Thanks. Oh, crowbar. Oh, never mind me then. Damn, I didn't think about that. Are we gonna find crowbar in the what? Safe? Okay, maybe I'm just hurrying too much. Let's go back. Please input the code yourself.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad. Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out. No, that's not it.
There are 3 numbers.
No, that didn't work.
Okay.
The answer has to be in the clues.
4 will be the last one and 9 should be the second one. I need only first number. We can guess it. Because I looked through the files, you saw it and it didn't help. 9, 4.
No, that's not
2,
it.
9, 4.
No, that didn't
3,
work.
9,
The answer
4.
has to be in the clues.
4, 9, 4. 5, 9, 4.
No,
6, 9,
that's not
4.
it.
6, 9, 4. Are you sure? 7, 9, 4.
No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues. No,
Maybe I'm
that's not it.
the order.
work. The aunt.
The order is different, isn't it? Damn it. I just have to go through the files, but...
I believe it took this trip to push me over the...
For God's sake, memorize the combination.
Expedition treasure.
Lara's expedition treasure.
Oh, painting was
favorite-
second, so it should be
Be in the
something 49. Okay.
No, that's not it. No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues. That worked.
Of course, I could find that picture with hieroglyphs, but I don't know where to look for it.
It makes me happy to know that Dad kept this safe.
Is it your hand? Looks a little bit too big for a child. Usually, people do it when the child is really, really small, like first month of life.
No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done, and I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate, a test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
What did you do?
Dad, what did you do? Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Handwritten. This is the only copy. Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that? A blank page.
I know what to do with that.
Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important. A hidden message.
It's a wine cellar.
What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
I can see bird. It's another damn puzzle with the numbers, probably. I think I have to go to the cellar. I'm not sure I will find the way from the first floor because my memory is too bad. So let's go through the way I know how to find that thing. Damn, the place is creepy. Okay, it should be somewhere here, right? I think it's it was somewhere here. Here? I'm sure it wasn't here before. Fucking hell. I'll have to find that picture then with that page with numbers.
For God's...
Ah, it's in
A blank
relics.
page. A hidden message.
Bird, something and something. I have no idea.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had
Okay,
a
it's
symbol and a
1.
number. I always preferred these symbols to
Bird
the
is
actual number
2.
hieroglyphs.
It will be the last one, and in the middle of between them, it's 4. 1, 4, 2. It wasn't that hard. 1, 4, 2. Nailed it. I was just looking at it in the documents, but it was in the relics.
Locked in.
I don't like it.
Did Dad build all of this just to keep his research safe?
What's that?
The missing page from the renovation plans. They didn't want anyone outside the family knowing about this crypt.
I hope it's a paint.
Dad's Tibetan scroll. I remember he used to pore over this late into the night.
Must cost a fortune.
This was part of a set of statues Dad found in China. He thought it was linked to the Temple of Xian. Perhaps I should look into it someday.
Oh, you should. That's... Are they implying a remake of the second game? Ah, my wound is bleeding right now.
Richard, I tried to see you in person last week, but your manservant hustled me away like some common tout peddling silverware. He told me you were heartbroken.
Okay, you can read it.
Dad's collected knowledge. There must be so many secrets hidden in here. Amazing. Even in here, Dad went out of his way to hide his findings.
I don't know how it's hiding, if that thing that turns off the lights is right there in the plain sight.
Might be able to use this to access other parts
Oh,
of the
great.
manor.
What are you doing? Pretending you are
There's an
Spider-Man?
inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north. Our past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor?
Oh, please, no.
Hi, Dad. So I know I only just returned to school, but when can I come out to the dig site again? It's just so boring here. We're doing all...
I'm not sure if full of what exactly I have to do. She locks the door after she comes out of here, so I don't think I should go there right now. I think we should go back here. Probably, I have no idea. Locked. Okay.
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
Yeah, well, I've already been here. I don't think I can find anything new. Were there any doors locked with a crowbar? I'm not sure I saw any. What is this thing? Well, at least I found this. Nothing. Can you believe this?
Lord Croft is resolved to seal the west wing of the manor. I try to talk sense into him, but he will not be swayed. And to make matters worse,
You can read it. have been nice, Laura, if you told me... If you gave me some clues what to do. I'm kind of lost here. There was an objective all this time. Great.
Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
And... Oh my god. Family creeped? That's a bit too creepy.
Incredible. This crypt was here all along.
I expected a sort of crushing finality to grip.
This is beautiful.
My great-grandmother Rose, nicknamed the Golden Rose for her perfect reputation. I wonder what she would have thought of me.
Are we gonna solve more puzzles in here?
My God, can it be? Dad, you did bring her home.
Wait, oh. She was talking about this, probably. Wow.
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing these may only ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice. Will you remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad?
I don't
know that I'm still with you,
understand.
Lara.
She
My
knew
energy,
she will die?
my love.
I
It's
thought it
within
was...
you. It always will be. Use
Oh,
that
he
energy to
probably
pursue
found
your
it beside it.
passions in life.
To her
Never
body
let
or
others
something?
determine your journey. You become who you are through your choices, through the love you give and the promises you keep. I hope you are happy, that you are loved and successful in whatever it is you choose to do.
These eyes are
I am
creepy as hell.
proud of you, my darling. Remember me with all my love, your mother.
That was really beautiful and I really liked it.
What's this? A letter.
It's not done yet?
Lara, I have received the notarized affidavit confirming Amelia's
It's
grave
day
and
2.
the discovery of the burial crypt within the manor premises. While I can't fathom why your father would hide your mother's fate from her own family,
How
I
long
cannot
is
deny
this?
that any legal claims I may have had on the estate are now null and void. Croft
I mean,
Manor and
there's
the remainder of your father's
no option to
assets
save the
are now
game.
yours in perpetuity
That's
to do with as you
what
wish.
bothering
If there
me.
comes a time when you
There
require
is a
assistance in managing the
checkpoint,
estate,
it seems.
I hope
but-
you will consider contacting me to retain my services. Sincerely, your uncle.
I've been so focused on defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents.
Wait,
I
you're
want to
actually
honor
speaking?
all
It
of my
doesn't really
ancestors.
look like
the
it.
Croft family may be all
at
but
that.
destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
Wait, are you what, gonna have a repair jobs around the place now?
Hey, Jonah. Sorry for not getting back to you sooner. I've decided to do some research at the manor. A lot has happened, and I need some...
I don't get it. There is no objective. Is it now just for fun? Because I'm clueless. There's literally no objective. It's just probably now for some relics.
Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts. I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in Greece.
And just some investigation, I don't know. But the game doesn't tell me anything. So it seems she decides to leave the place for herself. I guess it's a good idea. I would do that too. I mean, this place is her... It's her family. A bit creepy that they have this thing here though. Is she gonna make the door into this place now? So I can go down here and check it out again? I think, yeah, it seems like we won't be able to do anything here anyway. Where did you put the paper? So I guess we will leave it here. And as I already said, I would really appreciate if the game itself started something like that. I enjoyed it. I really did. It was well done. A little bit less information gathering and stuff would be nice if it was integrated in the main story itself. Of course, but still, it would be really an interesting beginning for the game itself, I think. Or maybe a part of it. I think the beginning would be better. Anyway, there is Lara's nightmare thing, I think. It's we're gonna leave it for the next part, which is probably gonna be the last one. I guess there is nothing else besides that to check in the game. So I wish you guys a nice day or night, and I hope to see you in the next part. Bye.